Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, once again, I am back talking about one of the most, how do I say this, popular and well-liked influencers right now, because things aren't looking too good for this individual, and let's just be honest, they just get worse and worse. Tino, an insufferable trans TikToker that I'm sure all of you know about, has caused a lot of controversy these past couple of weeks with their recent visit to Disneyland. Yeah, I know, here we go. First and foremost, he went viral for bragging about not getting banned from Disneyland because of what happened the last time he was there, because again, oh, it gets so tiresome, he caused more drama by using sweets to talk about his private area whilst kids were around. Very, very normal. He then went viral again for posting a video getting misgendered by staff at Disneyland. These are the sort of videos he is known for. Going into restaurants, recording himself, getting misgendered, and then whining about it for views. Although I don't really know who's doing the misgendering because it certainly ain't the staff. But it doesn't even stop there, because he then bragged about going into the women's bathroom at Disneyland and thought it was some sort of achievement. And this is where Tino has caused more controversy, because he then posted pictures of himself in the women's bathroom onto TikTok. This dude is just obsessed with going into women's spaces. And as you would imagine, because of all of that, there is a lot of outrage, as there should be. But that's not the only thing I'm going to be checking out in this video, because oh boy, society is just not really well, is it, at this point, ladies and gentlemen? He has decided to once again use food to talk about his private area, and it's going viral everywhere. You know, I just wish we could go through a day where society doesn't piss me off, but here we are, June of 2025, and every single day so far, it has succeeded in making me facepalm. Now, before we get into this woke nonsense, ladies and gentlemen, if you could, make sure to leave a like rating, as it really helps out the video. My videos are getting heavily censored right now. I've never experienced this in all the time I've been making videos, so all your support right now really does mean the world. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into it. So here we are on this dude's TikTok page. As you can see, he almost has, by the way, 407,000 followers on TikTok. This is how people get followers. Social media never fails to surprise me. And as you can see as well, the video he's uploaded ranking women's bathrooms at Disney World has got 8.2 million views. 8.2 million views. Wow. Let's take a watch at this, shall we? Ranking every women's bathroom at Disney World. Hey look, I'm not going to pause this because first and foremost, I don't want to read it, but you know the sort of stuff he's going to say. You can pause it. What sort of behavior is this? As I mentioned, not very normal. This man is obsessed with going into women's spaces. He really is. Overall, I felt very safe. Would recommend to any trans person. The world is totally backwards right now. Imagine people from many years ago seeing this stuff. They'd ask us, where did it all go wrong? I ask myself that every day. But let's get into the comments though, because as I mentioned, people are not happy about this. Somebody goes on to say, I felt safe. Girl, no one else did though. Well, firstly, they aren't a girl, they're a boy. And yeah, think about the women that were in these bathrooms that might not have been comfortable with this dude in there. But obviously, he doesn't care because it's all about him and ranking women's bathrooms, and he should be allowed in there just because he says he's a woman. I mean, it's a fetish for these dudes at the end of the day. Look how this dude is dressed, look where he's going, and tell me it's not a fetish. Somebody else goes on to say, hey, so this is illegal in the state of Florida, and I'm sending this as well as your corn dog video to Disney, which we'll get into in just a bit. I've already spoken on the phone with them about this, and they have requested the links for video proof. Wow. Which also means you would be banned from Disney cruises since you have made it known that's the next trip you're going to beg other people to pay for. I mean, if you have somebody going into all of these places, causing trouble, causing controversy, they should be banned. He creates situations for staff that they shouldn't have to deal with. They shouldn't have to deal with somebody going into their restaurant and complaining at them because they said sir instead of ma'am. You can't force people to use the right pronouns anyway, but they just want to do their job. They don't have to deal with you causing a scene for views on social media. As a trans woman, girl, come on. He's a man. We get misgendered all the time. Sorry, but we are still biologically men at the end of the day. I'm all for equality and representation, but people like you make it very hard for us to love our lives. So even trans people are not happy with this man. That just tells you all you need to know. Hey, so taking pictures of women in public bathrooms without their consent and then posting it online is illegal. I'm glad you felt safe, but you are obviously not a safe person to be around. This is exactly the we're trying to avoid. Yeah, so you have women in these photos that he's posting not giving their consent to be all over social media. Dude taking a picture of himself in different women's bathrooms with women in there and they don't know. Normal. But let's get into this other video that is going viral. As you can see, it says, "Goodbye corn dog," almost 5 million views. Man. What are people doing? Why do people watch this stuff?
I think Disney's gonna ban me for this one. My
As they
corn
should.
dog is still intact. I'm not happy about that, but sadly it takes a long time to turn a corn dog into a inverted corn dog. I do hair removal every week for 2 hours straight. It is not fun or easy, but once that is finally done, hopefully by the end of the year, they are going to take my corn dog.
I'm looking at you because I don't want to watch this.
Cut it down the middle.
It's creepy. It's disgusting.
They will then take off the outer lining of the corn dog. Okay, I'm actually impressed that I'm doing this good of a job. Like so. Flip it inside out and make something of...
Who uploads this sort of stuff?
Then become, well, you know, my hands are disgusting. Now you might be asking why I would do this or why anyone would do this. It sounds not fun, and I agree with you. I'm not looking forward to that recovery process. But know that this is not a decision that any of us take lightly. Our corn dogs do serve a purpose, but at the end of the day, I just don't like having it. It's not me. I look at it in the mirror and it's like, ugh, can we do something about that? And it turns out we can. But until then, I am making the most of my final days with my corn dog. Farewell to this thing that has served me not very well, but...
Yeah, we don't need to listen to any more of that stuff. It's more than weird. In the comments, again, as the trend continues, I'm not happy with this. The fact you choose to only do this at an amusement park around kids tells me what I need to know about you. Yeah, it tells us all we need to know about this dude. Sir, please stop. Just because you didn't get banned from Disney last time doesn't mean you should do it again. You're at a kid's amusement park. Learn to be effing respectful. It's very easy to see why this trans influencer is probably one of the most toxic trans influencers we have seen. I mean, what he is doing is causing so much outrage that even the New York Post has made an article on Lily Tino. As you can see, it says, "Trans influencer filming in the women's room at Disney World is everything that's wrong with this selfish movement." If you're not perpetually online, perhaps you've never heard of trans influencer Lily Tino, Contino, lucky you. Unfortunately, if you are a waiter just trying to do your job or a woman in a Disney World restroom just trying to do your business, look out. Consider this your creep alert. Yeah, this dude is very creepy. However, this journalist says it's all one big provocation. Like Dylan Mulvaney, Contino's online persona is about being trans. It's also so trolling, so hyperbolic, that for a while I simply assumed the idea was to paint the trans community in the most loathsome light possible. But it seems that Contino is that awful. There's also, wait, hold on, an OF account for only $8.99. And he promises to show everything. Oh boy. More proof that this dude does not belong in a women's bathroom. Yeah, this dude should be nowhere near a woman's space. And the fact that he's allowed to go into these places just because, again, he says he's a woman is an absolute disgrace. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of the video. Did you make it through the whole thing? Are you cringing right now like I am? I'd like to know all your thoughts. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, share this video. But until next time, it has been your host JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.